Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is CoachFury here, and we are back today with our latest episode of our Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 21 Let's Play series of the Chicago Bulls. And well, we've gone through the trade deadline in our third season now. We didn't actually make any moves. We didn't have the cap salary to basically make anything that would make sense to this Bulls team. And well, we've just been performing so well that I decided to kind of leave it as is. And no surprise really that we've been plodding away really well. This team plus Kawhi Leonard from the off season has really been performing to expectations. We have won 46 games so far. We are 46-12. And if I go to the almanac, one of the really interesting things to sort of shout about really is this could well be our best ever season in the Chicago Bulls franchise for this Let's Play. As you can see here, we won 41 games in our first season, and then we won 53 in our second season. And well, we're already at 42 wins. So 46 wins, sorry. So we are very close to actually matching our franchise record personally for us as GMs and coaches. So we're hoping we can get that today. We are going to try and progress through the rest of the regular season. Fingers crossed we don't get any other major injuries. We are currently living life without our main star in Kawhi Leonard, who is out for 43 days, but he will be back for the playoffs. And well, we're going to kind of just get through the season, to be honest with you today, see how we get on. We're going to sim to the playoffs. We won't stop on any action emails. We haven't got any, hopefully. And well, we've got 52 days until the playoffs. Kawhi Leonard will back 10 days before that. I've basically decided, guys, I'm going to make the decision. He is not going to come back into this rotation in the regular season. There is absolutely no point in risking him. He will be fully healthy and rested for the playoffs. That is when we need him most. And fingers crossed, guys, really fingers crossed that we don't get any other serious injuries between now and then, because we will be living life on the edge if we do. So, our rotation is set. Let's crack on. Let's get through the rest of this regular season and see how we end up. We need we need 8 more wins to get our best ever season record, and we start there with a loss against Minnesota, so that's fantastic. So we need 8 more wins, 7 more wins now. We beat Atlanta 47-13, 48-13, a win against Orlando there as well. So we've got 49 wins beating Cleveland, so we are in great shape. I'm really hopeful we can get those 5 or so more games, 4 more games winning now. Against the Clippers there we get a win. Suffer a loss there to Phoenix. We are 50-14, 51-14. We are plodding away really nicely here. Come on, we only need a couple more wins. That'd be amazing if we could get our best ever record with this team. And we suffer an injury, which is Jackson Jr. is out for 1 day. Have we got a game on? That's the question. We do. So I think I'm just going to let the AI... Yeah, I'm just going to let the AI suggest the sub matrix, but we're going to take Jackson Jr. out. We're going to probably put Birch in. You'll come just down there from now. And I don't actually want to make the AI do it because he'll mess up everything else. So for now, you can just take these minutes off of Jackson Jr. And yeah, we'll just go for that for 1 game. Hopefully we get the win, and we can bring him straight back into the rotation for the next game. So we're up against the Celtics. We get a nice win there. We are on 52 wins now. We can put Jackson Jr. straight back into this lineup, and we can swap them all around. Quickly plod him back. I mean, I really do wish, one thing is I will have to put a recommendation in for this game in the future. It's just a way where you can just literally say, I just want this guy to take all these sub-matrix minutes and just give them to him, like in terms of the setup. So just a little bit frustrating, you have to plod away. So we do have Trent Jr. out probable for 6 days. He is going to play through that. I'm literally going to leave that as is. And we're going to keep ourselves moving towards the playoffs, seeing if we can get those 2 more wins to get 54 wins and get a record. As we suffer a loss there to Golden State. And we get the win there against Orlando. 53 wins. We now have tied our best ever record in this Let's Play series. We need 1 more win. 1 more win. And we get it there against San Antonio. 54 and 15. That is awesome. That is great achievement. 55. How high can we go? Can we get 60 wins this season? That would be an amazing achievement. 56 wins there. And we suffer another injury, it looks like. Let's have a look. Who is injured? So Jackson Jr. is out again for a day. So is McConnell. So is Beverly. Okay. Just everyone's getting injured for a day, it looks like. So, do you know what? For now, Hill, you can just take those minutes. And just go in there for now. Jackson Jr., you'll be replaced by Birch. And we'll do something like that. And in you go. Several injuries now. But we'll go forward the one day. We'll restore the lineup. We do play the Pelicans. We beat the Pelicans in the end there. So we've got 21 days until the playoffs begin. We will obviously put Jackson Jr. back into this rotation and McConnell as well. So we'll just tweak this around and carry on moving forward. Obviously, it looks like we've been performing fairly well since the likes of Williams has also been in the rotation. So that is there's another positive to take away, is that Williams actually is in all the grand scheme of things, is really a power forward. His actual shooting numbers are much better. Clearly, he's taking a lot of shots from three, not making them, but he certainly is a much better power forward than he is a small forward. So he's better being in that undersized position than probably we gave him credit for in the first 2 seasons, really. We never really played him in a power forward that much. As we suffer another injury, they're piling up towards the back end of this season. Okay, Jackson Jr., you're out again. Do you know what? At this stage, with the number of injuries you've had, you are just going to be rested now until the off-season. I don't need to give you any more minutes. You are comfortable to just go and have a breather, sit in the sun lounger with Kawhi Leonard, have a little break, and come back in the postseason when we really do need you. And for now, we will throw in our minimum contract, Keem Birch, to basically fill out the rest of this season for us. Obviously, I could easily put Carter in the rotation here as a starting centre, but to be honest, there's no point messing around with it at this stage. We only have 20 days until the playoffs. We've got our record now, and we'll just keep moving forward. So we win 58 games now, and we suffer another injury. Wow, okay, they are piling up the end of the season here. So Trent Jr., you're out for 2 days. White, you're out for 3 days. Okay. So Hill, you can come in and just take those minutes off of White for now. And do you know what? I'm just going to give Ingles a go. Ingles, you can just come in and take those minutes. You haven't played all season. I'm not worried about getting wins at this stage. It'd be nice to win 60 wins, but the main thing for us really is to make sure we have a healthy rotation going into the actual playoff period. So injuries are definitely piling up though. Look at that. Jackson, you can just come to the bottom of the bench. And yeah, we will carry on. 18 more days until the playoffs. We get a win there against Daz. Wendell Carter Jr. has now suffered an injury. Okay. He's out for 12 days. Okay, you are definitely now being rested. Question mark now is, who do I put in? It probably means I have to put Jackson Jr. in the rotation. I think Jackson Jr., you can just cover the bench. Take up those minutes. And in terms of bench minutes, if we need anyone, garbage time, we'll make sure that you don't come in at garbage time. We'll keep you fresh as we can. And yeah, I think that is how we will run until the end of the season. Injuries are piling up, but everyone is going to be healthy for the playoffs. That is the main thing at this stage. And another injury. Okay. Wow, this has definitely been the episode of injuries. Payne is out for 4 days. Okay, you're going to come off the rotation as well. Macklemore, you can come in. Oh, do you know what? Actually, yeah. Okay, Macklemore, you can come in and take the point guard minutes. No, actually, no. What am I doing? Macklemore, you can not take the point guard minutes. I think White, you can come in and take point guard minutes. And now we'll give you a run out. I'm not overly worried if you don't make the playoffs and you get an injury. But Elfrid Payton, I would definitely worry if you got an injury any further. So we're basically now benched out of our starting 5, pretty much all of them. But that's okay. We'll sim ourselves to the playoffs. We have 15 more days to go. We suffer a loss there to New York. We are at 59 wins. We are now at 60 wins, 60 and 16. A nice win over New York there at that stage. A win over Boston, 61 wins. And another win there, 62 for us for the season. And another injury. Oh my goodness me. Okay, Williams is now out for 2 days. Right, so we do have everyone back. How many more games have we got left? 4 games left. Ooh. Really don't want to play these guys. They are healthy. Carter Jr. is back in 2 days. Wow, okay. Jackson Jr., you can come in there and take those minutes for now. I mean, we can always say Ingles take those minutes. We do need someone to play small forward though. Okay. At this stage, it's not worth risking the actual main rotation for these minutes. So I think what we'll do is we'll run a lineup of Ingles can go back to small forward. Shooting guard can be Hill, Jackson, and then Clark. Yeah, okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to move these guys down the rotation. Basically go AI suggest the sub matrix. Clark is going to have to play 22 minutes. Jackson Jr., you are definitely not going to play 48 minutes. That is certainly not going to happen. I'd rather run Birch into the ground at this stage. And we'll give you just a couple more minutes just to see us over. So we split your minutes a little bit better. White will play the bulk at point guard and we'll go from there. So we've only got 4 more games left. Let's see how we get on. We suffer a loss there to Philadelphia. No surprise, we are messing around with our depth chart here. And another injury. Oh my goodness me. Birch is out for a day. Okay. Do you know what? At this stage, Williams, back you come. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. Jackson Jr., you need to play far less minutes. Wow, this is just going to be a real hash of a lineup here. And you can just take those minutes. Just need to get Jackson Jr. under 42 minutes a game if we can. Carter Jr., come and just take some of these minutes for us for now. Just play a bulk of 15 minutes or something. Yeah, that will do, I think. And maybe just play those. That's fine. I'm not overly worried about the last few games of the season. The main thing is to get everyone healthy into the playoffs at this stage. Happy to take losses, really. We've won 62 games. We are certainly going to be the #1 seed. I'll be amazed if someone hasn't got more than 62 wins against us. So we've ended the season first things first. Let's get ourselves to the depth chart. Let's restore the lineups and just quickly get this changed back into its normal position. By Leonard it back in. 6-man. Clark back in. O'Connell. White. And White, you cannot play point guard minutes there. And then off the bench, the main options off the bench will be Williams, Birch, and I think we will go probably actually let's go Ingles and then Hill, McLemore, and we'll obviously recall Jenkins back from the D-League in case we do need him. He's actually had a pretty good season, I think, in the D-League. Yeah, 16 points per game, shooting pretty well. He's going to be a nice little rotation piece for us going forward. So our rotation is back and it is set. Let's have a look how the standings have ended. So no surprise, we won 62 games. We have the best record in the whole of the NBA, best in the Eastern Conference. So we are the #1 seed. In terms of insights, we are the 8th best off defensive rated team, the 1st best offensive rated team, the #1 net rating, best field goal percentage, best in assists actually, which is really surprising, 3rd in rebounds. Clearly we're not steal the ball, that's not our game plan, but we are pretty much good on both sides of the ball. So let's have a look and see how the playoffs are looking. Oh, okay. We get to revisit our nemesis from season 2 who knocked us out in the Atlanta Hawks. And well, we have our game plan hopefully set for them this year. That is going to be a tough matchup, really. And the 8th seeded Atlanta Hawks we will be up against next episode to see how we get on. But rest of the conference, we've got the Pacers against the 76ers. Pacers obviously having a really good season. Hornets, Knicks, Bucks, Nets. There's some real flip-flopping of teams. No Boston Celtics in there. That's crazy to see, to be honest with you. That's the first time they've not made the playoffs in this Let's Play. And in the Western Conference, it's all topsy-turvy. The Jazz are the #1 seed, and the Suns are not the 1 seed for once. They are the #2 seed. No Lakers. The Kings have made it. The Pelicans, the Mavs, Warriors, and the Grizzlies, and obviously the Nuggets. So we will be back next time to see how the playoffs go. But we are up against the Atlanta Hawks, so I don't think have actually changed a great deal in terms of their team. So can we finally get one over this Hawks side? In particular, this man Trae Young. Can we finally get a result against him and John Collins? Come back next time to see how we get on in the first round of the playoffs. But so far, so good for this team. We have set our franchise best record for our Let's Play with 62 wins. Let's see how we do next time. But as always, if you've enjoyed the episode, please hit the like and subscribe button, and you can keep up to date with all the episodes as they go live on the channel. Next time, can we beat this Atlanta Hawks team? I really hope we do. Can we finally beat Trae Young? I think we have the game plan in place this time, but we will see next time.